And it looks like Sanjay is
Yeah, hey Mark, I'm here.
Yep, excellent. So I will pass the baton on to Sanjay, and he can talk about CIS 107.
Yeah, hey guys, how you doing? This is Sanjay. I currently teach the CIS 107 data science course. I wanted to spend some time talking about the course itself and also answer any questions that you may have. Um, so the data science course, it's part of the the whole Technest program that Mark just mentioned. Yeah, if you could just run through all the bullets so that way, that'd be great. Yeah, perfect. Thanks for filling that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. The data science course essentially builds on top of some of the work that what Mark had mentioned, like with CIS 106, the Python course. And the goal essentially is to teach students how to analyze data using modern statistical concepts, as well as machine learning. So the course, you can look at the course as providing you with with using programming like Python programming language, um, as a tool in order to understand how statistics and machine learning can be used to explore and understand data better. So that's what that course is about. The course is basically the same course that is offered at UC Berkeley. It's called Data 8 there, and the course is also articulated by UC Berkeley. Just to give you a little bit of background on myself, I mean, I am a data scientist. I think a couple of years back, I graduated from UC Berkeley in data science. I got my master's in data science there. And since then, I've been quite involved in the data science field. Most recently, in my previous, where I was working, I was heading engineering for AI lab at Ernst & Young. So, I do come with a lot of practical experience in this field, and that also helps me make the class interesting and also keep students motivated as we, sort of bring a lot of what happens on the job into the class and try to, help students prepare them better for the future. As the bullet says, right, the course is meant to help you become a data scientist. It's a foundations program, so you're going to come in with knowledge of Python programming. So that is a prerequisite. Without that, what happens is you're going to spend a lot of time just learning programming, and that's not the point. The point is for you to actually learn how to do data science. So that's why when you come in, the idea is that you're already skilled in Python, and that's where Mark's 106 course fits into this whole picture. The course is basically split up into 3 modules. The first module, what we talk about is we introduce a Python package, a Python library called Data Science that was written by the folks at UC Berkeley. That's built on a very popular Python library called Pandas. The first module is all about how do you use this library in order to analyze and understand data. So we provide you with some of the foundations that you need in order to go through the next modules. The second module is basically, think about it as learning statistics through Python. So statistics is the foundation of data science. A lot of what we do in data science is based on statistics. Not only like basic primitive statistical knowledge, like mean, median, mode, and standard deviation, but also much higher concepts like inferential statistics and hypothesis testing. And what happens in the second module is we try to understand the data around us through the lens or through the tool of statistics. So by the time we are done with the second module, you'll have a really strong understanding of statistics, statistical concepts, central limit theorem, hypothesis testing, inference, inference and so on, inferential statistics and so on. And also, because all of this is going to be done using Python, right, you're going to also build your programming skills as well at the same time. And you're going to sort of connect the two, like how do you use programming in order to, to analyze data or to do data science. So that's what the second module is. The third module is, students find most interesting is the machine learning part. And that's where we introduce machine learning to students. So as you all know, machine learning, AI, so machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. So AI does a lot of things like robotics. It includes a lot of the hardware as well along the software. Machine learning is one part of AI, which essentially deals with pattern recognition, right? For example, like finding an object, like being able to say that this is a cat, this is a dog, and being able to do classification, or even looking at being able to predict like stock prices, being able to predict crime, being able to predict you know um, whether whether someone fits a certain category, right? For example, is someone committing like credit card fraud, right? So you can do all of those things using machine learning. And in this module, we learn about a classification technique called nearest neighbors, where we're going to do just that. I mean, it's amazing actually. We're going to talk about analyzing cancer, different types of cancer using machine learning. We will look at trying to understand disease, like whether someone is at risk for chronic kidney disease and things. There's a lot of like real practical healthcare examples as well as other examples of what we will see there. Also, since this is something that's near and dear to me, I also spend quite a bit of time just like taking students on a ride through the entire like the area of machine learning, and talk about a lot of other things that are out there besides that you can do besides what is actually included in the curriculum. So that's generally what goes on here. Again, we cover like the topics there, but in addition to that, we'll cover some extra cool stuff as well as we look at the machine learning part. But yeah, I mean the exams. So like the exams that you have are going to be very similar to what the students at UC Berkeley write. There's a lot of homework assignments that you have to do every week, and then there's a midterm and a final exam that you will have to take. And everything is geared in order to give you that continuous repetition and practice to make you, continuously stay in touch with the subject, because that's like the only way you can become a good programmer is by continuously staying in touch with writing code. So the homeworks are designed such that, you get that continuous, assignment and feedback, to help you. So next slide, please. By the way, let me stop. Any questions, guys? So will the certificate, okay, so yeah, so I think Mark just responded. So no questions. There are usually questions, so, right? No questions. Okay, cool. So let's look at the next. Let's talk about timings. So the course is offered on Fridays and Saturdays between 6 and 9 p.m. on Friday, and Saturday between 2 and 5 p.m. At the Milpitas campus. So it's usually kind of quite convenient, for folks that are working during the day, going to school, and so it kind of fits really well into their schedule. So that's about it for CIS 107. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions, guys.